Okay, very good morning to all. So today we will start with the next point, circular queue. So before that, yesterday we discussed about the queue, and we have completed the discussion, or we have discussed the linear queue, right? So definition, representation, operations, and how the operations are performed. So logic for the insertions and deletion and display. So that part also we discussed in the yesterday session, right? Now today we will move to the next part, that is the circular queue. Now before proceeding to the circular queue, so what are the drawbacks of the, or what are the limitations of the linear queue? So what is the limitation? So why we need to go for the, or why it is, why need to implement the circular queue? So already we have a linear queue concept. Then what is the use of circular queue? Or what kind of drawbacks is resolved in a circular queue? Or what are the limitations of linear queue? Yesterday we discussed. What is the limitation in the linear queue? Here you can consider.
Sir, in linear queue, when the rear is reached at the maximum index, then we cannot insert any element. So we use the circular.
Okay, very nice, very good, very good. Yes, yes, very good. So here through chat box also I got the two answers. So first one is the if front elements are deleted, then we can't insert it again, right? And after deleting a particular element, we cannot add the new element. Okay, good. Same, correct. Very good. Now here the left side. So same statement or same thing is given. So consider a linear queue containing the element, suppose 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So having array size 5. Now here, if the array size of the queue is 5 means, so here the front is at the first element, right? And rear is at last element once the queue is full. Now in the above queue, if we delete the element 10 and 20, so then 2 positions are vacant, right? So here the front is at this location and rear is at this location. Now, if we try to insert one more element onto the queue, so then it gives us the queue full or queue overflow message, even if considerable portion is free, right? Now, to overcome this drawback of linear queue, so we are introducing one more type of queue, that is the circular queue. And the main advantage of the circular queue is, so we can utilize the pace of the queue after deleting the few elements or all the elements. So here, so again, so we are not able to insert the element as well as we are not able to utilize the pace of deleted element, right? So these two drawbacks we have overcome by introducing the circular queue, right? Now the circular queue is shown by following the figures. So size of the queue is 5. Now here you can see the diagram. Now here, so first element. So first element is inserted at the 10, right? Now what is the value of front in at that time? What is the value of front? If you insert the first element. Just 200. Okay, here different kind of logic is given. So you can use this one, or I will explain another one also. That will be very easy for you, right? So different kind of logics are available for writing the algorithms. So we'll discuss one of the logic. We'll see how the circular queue is working. Paint is visible to all. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Now we'll consider the 5 element. So here we'll consider first, after that, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So like this. Now suppose if you want to insert the first element. Now what is the initial values of the front? So initial values of front and rear. What is the initial values of front and rear? So first we'll discuss the general how the circular queue is working, and after that we'll see the operations, right? So what is the initial value of circular queue initial? Yes. -1. Okay. Now after that, now I want to insert the atom. So value of that atom is 10. So after inserting the values 10, so what will be the values of this front and rear? Now here, so I have inserted 10 in the size. Suppose here I have inserted the 10. Now what is the value of f here? F ची value काय असेल इथं? What is the value of f? 0. Now what is the value of f now? 0. And what is the value of rear? 0. Now rear is also 0. Now after that, so I have inserted next 20. Now what is the where to insert? So here I have inserted 20. Now whose values get changed here? So front value will change or rear value will change? Yes, you can speak, you can unmute yourself and give the answer. So because here I'm getting the answer through chat box also. What is the value of rear? If I insert the 20, whose value is incremented? Front or rear? Rear, right? So rear is equal to 1. Now after that I will insert the 30. I will insert the 30 values. Now after inserting 30, so what is the value of rear? What is the value of rear? Now 2. Now after that, so here I will insert the 40. 40 comma 50. So 40 I will insert here. And here I will insert 50. Now, what is the value of rear now? Now, rear is equal to 4, and this rear will be located at 50. Now, so front pointer locating which element here? Front pointer is locating which element? Front pointer कोणता point values locate करतो? Front pointer. Sorry, front is locating which value? 10, right? And rear is locating which value?
50.
50, right? Now, here, what I will do. So now we'll perform the insertion. Now we'll see. So this is called as a queue. So in this way, we are inserting the element, right? Now we'll see the operations of each and every queue. So we'll see the operations. So first operation. First, we will perform the operation that is the insertion. Now, how to perform the insertion operation? So that part we will discuss. Now, before inserting the queue, before inserting any element in the queue, so what you are checking? The first step. What is the first step? So check whether queue is full. Queue is full, right? Now, what condition you are using here to check the queue is full or not? So what condition you are using? So can I use here rear is equal to, so here we'll consider one more variable size. And what is the size here? Maximum size? 5 we have considered. So here the value rear is equal to, so what I have to check here? Size equal to -1. And again what you need to check here? And front equal to 0 we require. Now why we require here front pointer? Because we are considering the circular queue. Now in a linear queue, so if you consider this much condition, so that will work. But here, so along with this, so now here the queue is full or not? आता इथे queue full आहे का? What is the current condition in this diagram? So what is the current position of this diagram? The queue is full or not? You can unmute yourself and give the answers.
Queue is full, sir.
Yeah, good. Now, when you need to use the chat box, if at your background side, if is there any other noise, so if you are unable to unmute yourself and if you're speaking, so background noise is coming, so in that case you can use the chat box, right? Otherwise, give first priority to use the mic, right? So that our session will become interactive, and so I will get a clear idea. So you are giving the attentions and you are getting the things right. Now queue is full, right? Now, so we'll check rear is equal to size -1. So what is the value of rear here? What is the value of rear? It is a 4. Value of rear is yes. 4. And what is the size -1? So size -1, 5 -1. So condition is true. So this condition is true. And after that, one more thing we are checking here, front is equal to 0. So why we need to check this? So because here we are using the circular cube, right? Now suppose I have deleted the element. So let me change the color. I have deleted the 10. Deleted the 10. I have deleted the 10 element. Now what is the value of F here? What is the value of F? F is at this location. 0. Now, so this condition is true. So rear is equal to size minus 1. But what about this? Front is equal to 0. So this is true. Is it true? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No. So here, so this condition will become false, and we can't say the Q is true because here one position is vacant. Right now I want to insert the element at this position. Now we'll suppose now in a circular cube, so you are able to insert the element at this position also. Now how to insert? So we are changing the values of R from this size minus 1 to the 0, right? And here we'll insert the 60. Now we'll perform the operation, insertion operation, and we'll insert the 60. Just we'll assume how to insert, so that part we'll discuss. Or for that purpose, what kind of condition you need to write, or how to change the values of R from size minus 1 to 0. So that condition we'll discuss, right? So first we'll see here. So it is here 60 is inserted at the position 0. Now after inserting the 60, so what is the value of R now? R ची value काय असेल? Now what is the value of R? What is the value of R?
0.
0, right? Now what is the value of F here? What is the value of F?
1.
1. Now here the Q is full or empty? So sorry, Q is full. अतः Q full आएगा?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. Now now till we are in the first step, right? Till we have not moved further. Check whether the Q is full. Now check the condition, first condition. Rear is equal to size minus 1. So what is the value of rear now? Rear ची value किती आहे? 0. 0 equal to size minus 1. Condition is true or false? This condition is true or false? The condition true आएगा. Rear is equal to size minus 1 and front equal to 0. So these both conditions are false, but here the Q is already full. Then what to write? Q is full, but here the condition is false. So if the condition is false means, so we can't display the message that is the Q is full. So what to write here? So here we need to consider again one more condition by using the OR. So these two lines we are using for what purpose? So this is called as a logical AND, right? And this is called as a what do you mean by OR, right? Now everyone is aware with the operators. Now here, so I will write one more condition. So front equal to, so what should I write here? Rear plus 1. So I have written one more condition. So front equal to rear plus 1. Now you can check. So what is the value of front now? Front value किती आहे?
1.
1. What is the value of rear?
0.
0 plus 1. 1, right? Now this condition is true or false? Now at this situation, front किती आहे 1 आहे. 1 equal to rear plus 1, rear किती आहे 0, 0 plus 1 1 येणार आहे. So here the condition is true. If the condition is true means here you can display the message. So what message you are able to display? So you can display the message if it is full, display message queue is full. Queue is, and you can say we can't insert the new element like this. We can't insert the new element. Now in the previous algorithm or in the linear queue, so we are checking only these conditions, right? But in circular queue, so how many conditions we need to check the whether the queue is full? So 3 conditions we need to consider. So rear is equal to size minus 1, and after that front equal to 0, and after that next condition again we are checking, that is the front equal to rear plus 1. So always either if this condition is true, so we are displaying this message. Otherwise, if this condition is false and this condition is true, so we are displaying the message that is the queue is full. Now, when you are displaying queue is not full, so if both the conditions are false, so at that time we are not displaying the message queue is full, right? So we'll go to the next step, that is the third step. We are able to insert the element, right? Now up to this, all of you understood. So these conditions, yes or no? So why I have written this rear is equal to size minus 1 and front equal to 0, and after that front equal to rear plus 1. So all of you have understood. So why these condition is written here? Yes or no? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, if the above condition is false, if it is not full, then check the rear equal to, if it is not full, then what you need to check? So rear is equal to size minus 1. काय check करावं लागेल? If it is not full, then what you need to check? The full नसेल तर काय check करणार? So rear is equal to size minus 1 and checking rear is equal to size minus 1 and front is not equal to what? 0. If it is not full, so then check rear is equal to size minus 1 and front is not equal to 0. Front are not equal to 0 पाहिजे जर तुम्हाला element insert करायचं असेल तर. In this case here you can. Now here you have deleted the element, right? Now 10 you have deleted. Now front is at which location? Delete केल्यानंतर front कुठल्या location ला आहे? 1, right? So 10 we have deleted. Now the rear is at 4th position. Now how much space is available? Now here you can check. So rear is equal to size minus 1. So yes, the condition is true, right? And but front is not equal to 0. It means that so there is a one space available here. front is not equal to 0. So this is the first condition we are checking. So if the queue is not full, right, rear is equal to size minus 1 and front is not equal to 0. It means that the rear is at end of the queue and here the front is at non-zero position, right? So then what you are doing? Then what you are doing? So if it is true, if it is true, then set तर हे ट्रू असेल तर काय करावं लागेल? ही कंडिशन ट्रू असेल तर काय करणार? न्यू एलिमेंट इन्सर्ट करायचं असेल तर काय चेंजेस करावं लागतील इथं?
Set rear equal to 0.
सेट रेयर इज इक्वल टू 0. ठीक है, सेट रेयर इज इक्वल टू 0. Good, very good, very good. Now here, so instead of directly assigning the 0 value, so first we'll assign the rear is equal to -1 and automatically, so here after insertion of element, so rear pointer is incremented by 1. So rear plus plus we'll say. Rear plus plus means it will become 0. First we'll assign the value of rear is equal to -1 and after that we'll increment it by 1 and it will become 0, right? And here two conditions we need to check. Front should not be equal to 0. Front हा 0 नसायला पाहिजे. जर front 0 असेल तर आपण increment करू शकतोय काही? If the front is equal to 0, so we are not able to increment the rear pointer. So here it will here we will get the true and will display the message queue is full. But if this condition is false, so means obviously front is not equal to 0. ही condition false असणं म्हणजे front is not equal to 0 असणं. Now all of you understood up to this how to change the rear pointer value. So how we are changing the rear pointer values at the time of insertion. So first we'll check rear is equal to size -1 and front is not equal to 0. So if it is true, then set rear is equal to -1 and rear plus plus. So increment rear by 1. So here I will write step 4. Increment rear by plus 1, right? So rear plus plus and set q is equal to and set q of what? So q of rear equal to, so whatever the item you want to insert, so that is inserted here, right? Now one more thing we need to check here. One more thing we need to check. So if you are inserting the first element, so this condition we will check at the time of insertion of any other element, right? Now if you are inserting the first element, so what you are doing? If you are inserting the first element, so if you are inserting the first element, so at that time, so what you are doing? So front equal to what? The front equal to -1 असेल, so you can write a condition if front equal to -1. जर -1 असेल तर काय करणार आपण? So then so set what you are doing? If front equal to -1, then set front equal to 0, right? So these are the conditions we need to use at the time of insertion. These are the conditions we need to use or you need to use at the time of insertion. Now we'll write the code for the same, so that you are able to understand the actual how these operation is performed. Is it necessary to write the code here? Now here, roll number 13. Who is Pradnesh? Hello. There is a no question of here clockwise and anti-clockwise. So you can consider in this way or in this way. So for your understanding purpose, so this diagram I have drawn. So actually it is not like this. So it is like the array only, right? So directly last element is connecting with the first element. So this diagram here I have drawn for your understanding purpose. So actually this is not like structure is not like this, right? So this we are considering for the understanding purpose. You can consider in a clockwise or anti-clockwise, no issue. There is no any restriction to consider clockwise anti-clockwise. Now, what is the first condition? Suppose here I will write void insert. I will write so insert. Now here for the insert, so we'll pass the one value. What is the first condition you are checking when you are performing any insertion operation? What is the first condition? So simultaneously, if possible, you can dictate it in your notebook. So this will be useful for you at the time of implementation. What is the condition? First, you are checking front equal to 0 and rear equal to size minus 1. After that, or what you are checking, or front equal to what? Rear plus 1. Now this is the first condition you are writing. Now if this condition is true, so you are printing the message printf. So what you are printing here? What message you are printing? Circular queue is full like this. Circular queue is full, insertion is not possible. So likewise, you can display the message. Now else. Now in the else, what to check here in the else part? So first thing we are checking. So in the else part, we are checking this. So inside of the else, we'll write the if else again. Rear equal to. So what we are checking, rear is equal to size minus 1 and what? काय होतं इथं? Next, front is not equal to 0. So this condition. So if this condition is true, so then what you are doing first? So rear is equal to minus 1 you are assigned. Rear is equal to minus 1. And after that, so Q off. So Q off. Before or here also you can. So first, can I write like this? Can I write like this? Increment. Is it allowed to write like this? Increment. So first I will increment the rear and after that I will assign that. Is it correct? Is it correct? Yes or no? Hello, 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 hello. Am I audible at all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I have written here, so can we increment rear? So instead of writing separately, rear is equal to rear plus 1 or rear plus plus. So can I write like this? So first I will increment and after that I will assign the value to this. Sorry. Or at the time of implementation, you can check. So it is working properly or not. So here, not atom. So we have passed the value. So here we have considered int value. So we'll use the same variable. So int value will write. Now after that, what is the next step? So increment by +1 rear plus 1 set q of rear is equal to atom. So this part we have completed. Now, if part is completed here. So these statements of q of plus rear is equal to value. So these statements I'm writing outside of the if loop, not inside of the if loop. This is the inside of else, and inside of the else again one more if loop I have written. Right. So here in that if only rear is equal to -1 I am considering. Right, and after that outside of this if I am writing the q or rear plus, and after that I am assigning the values. Now after that you can print one statement, the insertion is successful like this. Insertion is successful like this. Insertion is successful like this, you can display the message. Now one more thing we are checking here. So this one. So how to check? So we'll check this in else loop only, right? So if, so what you are checking, so if front equal to -1, the front equal to -1 असेल तर काय करणार इथं तुम्ही? So what you are doing? So only you are assigning the front equal to 0. That's it. So this statement you need to. Now this is called as this function we are writing for the insertion operation. Now all of you understood the insertion operation? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any doubt? So circular queue insertion operation we have discussed. Any queries related with the insertion? Now we'll see the next operation, that is the deletion operation. Right. Now next operation is deletion operation. What is the step 1 when you want to delete any element of a circular queue? So what you are checking first? So check whether the queue is empty. So what you are checking? So when you are performing any delete operation, so you are checking whether the queue is empty or not. Now for checking the queue is empty or not, so what condition you need to consider? So first you need to check front equal to -1, and logical, or you can check rear equal to -1. It will work or not? Is it correct? Or anything else we need to write? These conditions are sufficient or anything else you need to write? या कंडिशन सफिशियंट आहेत का? दुसऱ्या काही कंडिशन द्यावे लागतील? Is it correct? So first we'll check this one. So now we'll see. So here, so I want to delete this element, right? Now I have deleted this one. Now all of you give attention here. So is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Now front pointer is at which position? Now we'll see the condition. Front pointer is at 20. So 20 I have deleted. Right. So 30 also I have deleted. 30 also I have deleted. 40 deleted. Right. Now front is at which location? Front आता कुठल्या लोकेशनला आहे?
Fourth location.
Fourth location. ठीक आहे. Front कुठल्या लोकेशनला आहे? Fourth location. Now rear is also at fourth location. Now I have inserted one more element. So 60 I have inserted. मी आता इथे 60 insert केलेलं आहे. मी काय केलं आहे? 60 insert. So what is the value of R now? What is the value of R? What is the value of R? R ची व्हॅल्यू काय चेंज होईल इन्सर्शन मध्ये? Now currently it is 4. Now after insertion of 60. So what is the value of R?
0.
0. Good. Now here I have inserted 70. Now what is the value of R now?
1.
Now it is 1 and value of yup is now 5. Sorry, 4. Right. So you can remember. So these are the two values. Now how many elements are present here? So 50, 60 and 70. Right. Now we'll write a condition first. Now we'll check whether the queue is empty. So front is equal to -1 आहे का? Condition check करा. So rear is equal to -1. So condition is true or false? Condition is true or false?
False.
False. Now we'll move to the next step. So what is the next step? Just one. What is the next step? If it is empty, so display the queue is empty. So if it is empty, right? If above condition is true, then you can display the message, empty message, right? So first I will write the step here. Display the message as empty queue. Right. And we cannot delete the element, right? Now third step. So if above condition is not true or if not empty, then what you will do? If not empty, so then display queue of front. So then directly what you are doing? So queue of front. So for the deletion, so which variable you are using? Front or rear?
Front.
Front variable. Now queue of front as a element to be deleted. Element to be deleted. Right. And increment front by 1. Here I'll write increment the front by 1. Now here delete operation is complete. But in case of circular queue, so when you are deleting the element, so how to write the program? So here I will write the logic for the deletion operation. Void. Let me write. Or sometimes you can call them as a DQ, or for the insertion you can call them as an InQ also. So here I will write DEL only. So delete is and any parameters required here? Not required. So directly you are deleting the element. So now here the first condition. So what you are checking first? First condition check काय करता है? front equal to -1 and logical and so rear equal to -1. So if the above condition is true, so printf circular queue is empty. We cannot delete the element like this. You can display the message, right? Or deletion is not possible like this. You can display. Else, in the else, so is it visible to all properly? Notepad is visible to all? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
In the else, so if it is not empty, so directly we are displaying printf. So element to be deleted is. Here you can display the element to be deleted is. So %d you need to write, and after that, how to display the element? So element display कसा करणार? Q of what?
Front.
Q of front you can use here. And after that, so after displaying the element, so you can increment the front by 1. Right. But before incrementing the front, so you need to check again 2 more conditions you need to check here. If, so all of you have your attention, so these 2 conditions are very important. If front equal to size -1, the front size -1 असेल तर काय करणार? Now here you can see the same situation is there. So what is the value of front? What is the value of front?
4.
4. Now how to delete the 50? How many elements are present here? So front is at 4 and rear is at 1, right? Now 50, 60, 70, 3 element is present in the circular queue. Now I want to delete the F, 50. 50 I want to delete. Now after that, front pointer should be incremented by 1. But after that, so 5 index is not available because 4 is the maximum size of the circular queue. So what you need to do? In this case, so for that purpose, first you can display the element to be deleted. Konta element तुम्हाला delete करायचं तो display करा. After that, check front equal to size -1. So if front equal to size -1, then what you are doing? Front equal to what?
0.
Front equal to 0. Very good. Front equal to 0. And again, one more condition. If front equal to size -1. So if it is false, so then what you are doing? Jar they false असेल तर, so directly you are incrementing the. So for that purpose, again one more condition you need to check. So here, so now here we have deleted the 50. Now come to 60, right? So come to the 60. Now 60 you want to delete. Now what is the value of front now? So now it is 0. So 0 and 1. So 0 and 1. Now delete the 60. Now what is the value of front now? It is 1. Now front value is 1. Now front and rear is at same location. आता हे दोन्ही सेम लोकेशनला, मग ते सेम लोकेशनला आल्यानंतर किंवा हा एलिमेंट डिलीट करत असताना इथं काय करावं लागेल आपल्याला? सो व्हॉट वी आर डुईंग, सो वी आर चेकिंग द कंडिशन फ्रंट -1 इक्वल टू रेअर. अशी कंडिशन आली तर आपण आधीच काय करणार आहे? फ्रंट -1 इक्वल टू रेअर अशी जर कंडिशन असेल तर काय करणार आपण? सो वी आर असाइनिंग द व्हॅल्यूज ऑफ फ्रंट इक्वल टू रेअर इक्वल टू -1 डायरेक्टली. मग नंतर हा 70 ही डिलीट होईल. Right. Now here the value of rear and front we have assigned, that is -1. Now here your delete operation is completed.
Sir, you are not audible.
Now am I audible clearly? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Now here, so you want to delete. So after deletion of 70, so what will be the value of F and R? F आपण पुढे जाऊ शकत नाही आणि R ही पुढे जाऊ शकत नाही. कारण R कधी पुढे जाणार? F हा R च्या पुढे कधी जाऊ शकत नाही. Right? So for that purpose, what we will do? So we'll delete the last element and we'll assign the value to the front and rear is equal to -1 directly. Right? And it will start from starting onwards. Right? If you are deleting any element which is present at any other location except end of the queue or except end of the queue, if the element is present at any other location, so then also we are relocating them or we are reassigning the values to them, that is the -1. So for that purpose you need to check these conditions in the else. Now this is called as a delete operations. Right? So this is the delete operation of the circular queue. Now the last operation we'll discuss, that is the display operation. Display. Now when you are displaying the element of a circular queue, so what is the first step? So what you need to check? Check काय करावं लागेल?
check
Yes.
queue is empty or not.
Yes, very good. So now I will not write here anything. So just I will explain orally. So check whether the queue is empty. So first check whether the queue is empty. After that, so how to check the queue is empty or not? Can I use front equal to -1?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now after that, if it is empty, so display the queue is empty message. Now if it is not empty, so then define the integer I. And how to display the element already we have discussed in the previous linear queue. Same. So we'll define the I variable integer, and by using the for loop we'll display it. Right? Now in the for loop, so what is the value of I? What is the value of I?
Front.
Front. Right? So I is equal to front will assign. If front is less than or equal to rear, so if it is true, so then display the queue of I and increment the I by 1. Right? And then the repeat the same till I less than or equal to rear. Now this display function is also very important. So directly I will write the logic here. So I'll write void display, because here again, so sometimes the pointer is at this location. Suppose you have only 30 element, 30 and 40. So at that time, front is at this location and rear is at this location. Or sometimes, so because rear is at this location and front is at this location, 50 and 10 is there. So at that time, we are not able to. You need to change the this front from end of the list to the 0, right? So this work also you need to perform here at the time of display. So how to perform that part we will discuss here. All of you give attention. So this display function is also very important. So here, so you need to check the different conditions. So front equal to -1. Now, if the above condition is true, so what you are doing? So printf. So what message you are displaying here? Circular queue is full. Full or empty?
एम्प्टी.
empty.
सर तिथे रेअर पण चेक करावं लागेल ना?
डिस्प्ले करताना रेअर चेक करायची गरज नाही. डिस्प्ले करताना फ्रंट वरती सुद्धा चालेल.
ओके.
But at the time of insertion or deletion, so we need to consider else. So first I will define the integer I. I define करूया आणि त्याला काय व्हॅल्यू असाइन करायची होती आपल्याला?
Then.
is equal to front will assign directly. Next task है printf the circular cues are. You can display the message like this by using the printf. So directly I will write the for loop here. So what is the first statement or before for loop? So we'll not use here for loop. So we'll do by using the different clause. Now here again we need to check if. आता इथं काय चेक करावं लागेल? If front is less than or equal to rear. हा front काय पाहिजे? Less than or equal to rear पाहिजे. तरच आपण इथं डिस्प्ले करू शकतो. If front is less than rear. Front काय पाहिजे? Always less than or equal to rear. So then and then you are able to display the element, right? So here I will use the while. And here I. What is the value of I? What is the value of I? We have considered
फ्रंट.
front. So I less than or equal to, here I will use the rear. And after that, so in the while, so you can display the value of Q. Percent D. How to display the value? Q of what? Can I write here Q of I? Right, and after that I will write a plus plus. I will do the increment also here only. Okay, plus value display होईल आणि I increment होईल. Now again we'll check it in a while loop. So if I less than or equal to rear, we will display. If it is not, so or you can write separately also. So instead of writing in one statement, so we'll use here so I plus plus also. But if you are using two statement, means here you need to use the opening and closing curly bracket for this while also. Now here, so you can check. So if front is less than, now all of you give attention here. So this part is very, very important. Let me check if the diagrams are available. Okay, I will draw the diagram here. Now here the first condition you need to check, that is the front is less than or equal to rear. Front is less than or equal to rear. So you can consider the two diagrams. right? Now here, yeah, is it visible, Tom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here, I have entered the 10, 20, 30, right, and 40 and 50. Now you can consider them in a clockwise or anti-clockwise, no issue about that. Now here the index is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the rear pointer is at this location. I will say here R, and front pointer is at these location. Now what is the value of front pointer here?
0,
10.
0. And what is the value of rear pointer?
4,
4.
4. Right. Now if the front is less than or equal to rear, front is less than or equal to rear. So this condition is true or false? ही condition true असणार आहे का false असणार आहे इथं?
True.
True असणार. ठीक आहे. Now after that, so by considering this condition, so if the condition, in this case this condition is true, so you are able to display the order. Now we'll check one more condition. Here you have deleted the 10. Okay, here you have deleted the 10, right? After that, you have deleted 20 also. Now, if you have deleted 10 and you have inserted 60, after deleting the 10, so what is the value of F here? What is the value of F? F is at which location? After deleting the 10, 10 delete केल्यानंतर तो कुठे जाणार आहे? Front pointer. Front pointer कुठे जाईल?
1 ला सर.
0 to हे 0 index आहे, हे 1 index आहे, हे 2 index आहे. This one is 3 and this one is 4, right? 50, 40, 30. Same we will consider. Now I have deleted the 30, so front will be at 1, and I have inserted 60 at the location of 10. So what is the value of R here?
0,
0. Now you can check the condition. If front is less than or equal to rear, now you can check the condition. Condition true आएगा?
no sir, it's false.
It's false. Then is it possible to display the element by using this while loop? A while loop applicable होईल का इथं? In case of such kind of situation, अशी situation आली तर कसे display करणार? Now what to write? What to write here? Here we need to write the else loop. So I will write a program directly. Else loop I will write. So how to display?
I is equal to 0 सेट करायचं.
While I is equal to 0 set करायचं. Okay, good. What we need to do? Is equal to 0. Okay, good. Next.
I is less than or equal to rare.
I less than or equal to rare. Good, good, good. Correct. Next,
And I plus plus.
next, I plus plus. Good. But here we need to write something. So we'll print
Q of I.
Q of I. Can I copy the same? Yeah. Is it correct? Now, what is the value of I? So 0. 0 less than or equal to rare. So what is the value of rare here? 0. Condition is true. I plus plus. So what is the value of I? What is the value of I? 1. Now 1 less than or equal to rare. Now what about other element? What about other element? किती एलिमेंट डिस्प्ले झाले ह्या कंडिशन? किती एलिमेंट झाले? इथं बघा. I ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? 0 कन्सिडर केली. ठीक आहे. 0 less than or equal to rare. Condition is true. How many element you have displayed here? Q of 0. Q of 0 काय आहे? 60. What about 20, 30, 40, 50? And now here I have incremented I. Now after that, what is the value of I? 1. 1 less than or equal to rare येते का इथं? What about 20, 30, 40, 50? Is it possible to display here? होत आहेत का डिस्प्ले त्या? फक्त 60 होत आहे डिस्प्ले. 60 डिस्प्ले झाल्यानंतर इथून हा लूप काय होतं? फॉल्स होतं. Here this condition will become false. So what to do? So I will write one more for loop. So this while loop is also required. So here I will write one more condition. All of you have give attention properly. So before initializing the I is equal to 0. So what is the value of I? हे इनिशियलाइज करण्याच्या आधी व्हॅल्यू काय आहे? ग्लोबल व्हॅल्यू
फ्रंट.
ही फ्रंट यूज करूया का? आणि नंतर I is equal to 0 आणि हे लास्टला यूज करूया. I less than here I will use less than or equal to size minus 1. So I will use size minus 1 and same. Now we'll check. Now first we'll execute this condition. So what is the value of I now? What is the value of I? I ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे सुरुवातीला? ही ग्लोबली केलेली आहे. If else. इथे if आहे, इथे else आहे. So we can use this value of I in if also and as well as in else also. So what is the value of I? Here.
Front.
What is it? What is the value? Front
One.
आहे.
1.
1 less than size minus 1. So what is the value of size minus 1 here? या diagram मध्ये size ची value किती आहे? 4. Means here 1 less than or equal to 4. Condition is true or false?
True, sir.
You can print the first Q of 1. Q of 1 ची value किती आहे? First we will display the 20 here. इथं 20 display केलं first iteration. After that, so increment the value of I. So it will become 2. So 2 less than or equal to 4. Condition true or false?
True, sir.
Which value is displayed?
30.
30. Now increment the value of I. 3. 3 less than or equal to size minus 1. Condition true or false?
True, sir.
2. So which value is displayed? 40. Okay, good. Now next, increment the value of I by 1. Already we have incremented. Yes. 4. 4 less than or equal to size minus 1. Condition true or false?
True, sir.
50 will display. Now after that, value of I is 5. 5 less than or equal to size minus 1. Condition true or false?
False.
False.
Condition is false. So we'll exit from these while loop only. Right. Now come to this statement. So value of I is equal to 0. We have initialized. Right. Now after that, so what is the value of I now? 0. 0 less than or equal to rare. So what is the value of rare?
0.
So 0 less than or equal to 0. Condition is true or false?
True.
Printf q. So what value is displayed? 60. Right. So after that, increment the value of I. Now value of I is 1. So 1 less than or equal to rare. Condition is true or false? रेअर ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? 0 आहे. मग 1 लेस दॅन ऑर इक्वल टू 0. कंडिशन ट्रू और फॉल्स?
False.
False. We'll exit from this while loop and we'll close this else. So how many element is displayed? So 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. All element is displayed by using these two while loop.
Yes, sir.
Now all of you have got the concept of or logic of display function in a
Yes,
circular queue.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? So how many operations we discuss related with the circular queue? Circular queue बद्दल किती operation discuss केले आपण?
3.
First one is the insertion. Okay. After that we discuss deletion and next we discuss the display function. Now, is it possible for you to implement the program? Already I have written here all the logic. I will share this text file on a group. Is it possible for you to write a program? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? I hope all of you have understood the circular queue. Any question related with the circular queue? Circular queue सर्वांच्या लक्षात आलं? All of you have understood? So we have discussed
sir.
all the operations, definitions, and how the limitations of a linear queue is overcome by using the circular queue. So that part also we discussed here. Now we are utilizing the pace of deleted elements also for inserting the new element, right? We'll finish the last point of the unit. That will stop. Let me check. Now in the notes, I have given the different logic. So you can choose any one, right? Now here, one more concept is there. So double-ended queue, we are calling DQ. Deletion by front end and deletion by insertion by rear end, and deletion by rear end. So insertion by front end and deletion by front end. Suppose if you are using, you are deleting the element by using the front end, and if you are inserting the element by using the front end. So this is called as a double-ended queue or DQ, right? So this is not a part of our syllabus, but for your information. So you can go through these notes, right? Now next part is the next last point of the unit 3 is the priority queue. So the priority queue is the data structure, so having the collection of elements, so which are associated with the specific ordering or priorities. So have you heard the word ascending and descending? So what is meant by ascending and what is meant by descending? Ascending means hello. What is meant by ascending?
असेंडिंग मध्ये सर आपण एलिमेंट्स सिक्वेन्शियली ऍड करत जातो.
Okay, in which order? Increment or decrement?
इन्क्रीमेंट ऑर्डर.
And in descending, decrement order, right? So here ascending priority queue means, so it is the collection of items in which items can be inserted sequentially, but only smallest element can be removed first. So in the priority queue, so when you are performing the delete operation, so at that time you are deleting the smallest element first, right? Now why you are deleting smallest element? Because we are maintaining the incremental order in the priority queue, in ascending priority queue. So that's why automatically smallest element is deleted first, right? Now the following elements on the ascending priority queue, we will consider this 78, 89, 7 and 5. How many elements are there? 5, right? Now suppose if you want to insert this element, how the insertion operation is performed in a priority queue? So first insert 70 in the priority queue. So 70 is inserted at 0th location. Now after that, so second element is 8. So insert 8. Now before inserting 8 into the queue, so first we are comparing with the existing element. So if it is less than the existing element, so we are shifting the existing element to the next block or to the next location. Now here 8 is less than 70. So 8 is placed at first position, and after that 70 is shifted from first 0th location to the 1st location, right? Now after that 89. Now compare 89 with all the elements. So first you need to compare with 8. So 89 is greater than 8. So will be inserted after 8. So next element is 70. Compare with the 70. 89 is greater than 70. So that will be inserted at the 3rd location, right? So in this way, so this process continues and insertion of all the elements on the priority queue is shown below. Now, so here, so by considering this procedure, so comparing the element and inserting at their proper position, right? So by considering this procedure, so we have inserted all the element, and at the end, so we'll get the priority queue like this: 5, 7, 8, 70 and 80. Now here the rear pointer is at the last of the queue and front is at start. Now if you want to perform delete operation, so which element is deleted? Smallest or greatest element? Smallest or greatest element? Hello. Either smallest delete होना or greatest delete होना? Ascending priority queue. Am I audible to all? Is it visible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now by using the front, which variable we are using for deletion, rear or front? Delete साठी काय वापरतो आपण? rear वापरतो का front वापरतो? आत्ताच आपण बघितलं क्यू मध्ये. Yes. काय वापरतो आपण?
Front.
Right. So by using the front, so here in case of ascending priority queue, so obviously the smallest element is deleted first. Now the same, the descending priority queue will see. So it is also the collection of items in which insertion of item can be order wise. So the order we are following, that is the descending order. But only here in descending, which element is deleted first? Descending मध्ये कोणता element delete होईल पहिल्यांदा? Larger element or smaller element?
Larger.
Larger element, right? Now we'll see the example: 78, 78, after 89, 90 and 100. Now insert the following element into the descending priority queue. So first we'll insert the 70, after that we'll compare it with 70. So 8 is smaller than 70, will be inserted second. After that 89, so 89 is compared with 70. So 89 is greater than 70, it is inserted at first location, and we are shifting 70, 80 to the next location. Similarly, we'll follow this procedure and will continue to storing all the elements onto the descending priority queue, and we'll get the 100, 90, 89, 70, and 80. So like this. Now, if you want to delete the element, so which element is deleted here first? Now, front is at start and rear is at end, right? Now, which element is deleted first here? 100 or 100. After the second,
90.
okay, good. Now, here, so in this way, so this is called as a priority queue. So priority queue is having two types, ascending priority queue and descending priority queue. I hope all of you understood the concept of priority queue. So only the thing is here, so you need to take care of at the time of insertion operation. When you are performing insertion operation, so at that time you need to compare the element, whatever the element you are inserting. So that element you need to compare with the existing element, and according to the type, so you need to insert the element, right? And deletion operation simply you are performing like linear queue. फक्त इथं change कुठल्या operation मध्ये आहे? In which operation we need to do the changes? Insertion or deletion? So delete operation you can use like a linear queue, right? Delete operation linear queue सारखं perform करू शकता. But at the time of insertion, only you need to take care, right? So here implementation using array priority queue. So you can go through the implementation part. So already I have discussed the theoretical concept. Now this is the assignment for you. Or at the time of practical, we'll discuss this programming part, right? So don't worry. All of you understood the concept of priority queue, theoretical concept. So here we have discussed the theoretical concept. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or
Yes,
you
sir.
can try for the implementation. So you know the concept now, and you know the delete operation. Only the change is in the insertion operation. Kai change आहे? So when you are inserting any new element, first you need to compare with the existing element. So you can write the logic for that, right? So here the unit number 3 is completed. So we have completed, or we have discussed all the points related with the queue as well as stack also. Now, any questions related with the unit 3? So today we have discussed the circular queue and priority queue, right? And in the previous session, we have completed the queue definition, representation, operations, and implementation of linear queue. And before that, we have completed the stack, right? In the stack, we have discussed about the definition, representation, operation, implementation of a stack, and after that, applications like conversion of Polish notation, evaluation of postfix expression, conversion of in peaks to prefix, conversion of in peaks to postfix. So these applications we have discussed, right? So if you are having any questions related with the unit 3, so you can ask. Now, is there any doubt in the circular queue and theoretical part related with the priority queue? So you can ask the question. All of you have understood. So whatever the part today we have discussed, all of you have understood. So if you have understood, you can write yes in the chat box. If you have understood, so you can write yes in the chat box. If you have not understood any of the points, so you can unmute yourself and ask the question. Any questions? From the next session onwards, so we will start the next unit, that is list. In that, we'll discuss the singly linked list, doubly linked list, singly circular linked list, and after that, applications of linked list we will discuss. Now here we will take a break. If you don't have any questions, so you can ask. Otherwise,
No, sir.
we will stop here.